There's chaos and commotion outside many Vistara counters across Indian airports as they wait for clarity on their flight departure. Vistara is facing an unprecedented crisis, forcing it to cancel over 100 flights in 2 days. The airline is apparently dealing with pilots who are upset over their salary structure and hence are not reporting for duty, leading to a shortage of cockpit crew. This is clearly one of the pre-merger turbulences at Vistara, and the pilots' unrest is something that was bound to happen. So here's what has led to the crisis. Several pilots are reporting sick at the last moment, leaving passengers stranded and forcing the airline to cancel flights. Vistara in its statement said it had to cancel or reschedule flights due to unavailability of crew. The airline didn't mention why the crew is unavailable. So we spoke to some pilots to find out what's upsetting them. The issue centers around their salary contract, which they were told to sign by the 15th of March. There's a significant change in their contract after the merger process with Air India started across departments. Sources tell CNBC-TV18 pilots are not willing to sign this contract as it reduces their salary by almost 50%. Their fixed allowance has been reduced from 70 hours to 40 flying hours, on par with what Air India pilots are getting. Now, this is the same issue why Air India pilots were protesting against the decision last year when their salary contracts were revised and their guaranteed flying hours were reduced from 70 hours to 40 hours. So how much of a hit will the change in contract be? It is learned this is mostly affecting the first officers of the narrow-body A320 fleet. Now, pilots who I spoke to said this change will cause a reduction of 90,000 rupees to 1 lakh to the salaries of first officers every month. Another pilot complained that they are entitled to a full month's salary and their pay shouldn't be linked to the flying hours when they are available for the full month but are not getting more than 40 hours of flying due to various reasons. Now, these reasons could be anything, like an airline may not have that many slots for the pilot, or the pilot is on leave or is not keeping well. Now, CNBC-TV18 accessed an email that Vistara sent to pilots stating that pilots who don't sign the revised contract will not be allocated a slot on the upgrade sequence list. They will not receive the one-time payout, and it will be considered that they do not wish to join Air India once the merger is approved, and consequently, they will not be included in the transition to Air India. The Aviation Ministry and the Aviation Regulator are monitoring the situation, but this is a commercial matter and the airline will have to settle the discontent internally. Whether it will listen to pilots or will pilots come to terms with this new contract, how Vistara will manage the operations will tell us if the unrest is over or not.
Thank you for watching CNBC TV 18. For all our top stories and news updates, follow us on our social media platforms.